UFOs, genetic manipulation, a cure, alcohol? Really? Oh my god. Guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's Tesh. I hope you guys are well. Today's video is going to be about COVID conspiracies and fake news surrounding them. It will also include some conspiracies about the vaccine, and I will be reacting and debunking a few of them. Quick disclaimer, the conspiracies and fake news spoken about in this video should not be taken literal. Links are provided below for some of what I've said against the conspiracies and fake news. Please go check them out. The news and video links are in the description box below and have all been fact checked, and all information is down below as well. If you're new here, welcome. Please join the club by subscribing, liking and commenting, as well as why don't you go check out my social media and give me a follow on my Instagram. And yeah, let's get into this. So the first conspiracy I'll be talking about is related to the vaccine, and it's about mRNA. If you are a biology student, you will know that whatever is said in here is not true, because we have done this in school. And if this was written by a doctor, which is so baffling and so confusing, I don't understand what made him write this and what made him think to write this, or because there was no proof, there was nothing I found on the internet or like facts relating to this. I've just found nothing relating to this, to be honest. I went through the whole of the internet for like an hour yesterday searching for all of these, and I'm like baffled. Anyways, moving forward, it starts off with, I would like to draw your attention urgently to important issues related to the next COVID-19 vaccination. So obviously you will think that that's a doctor that has concerns about the patient. Maybe the patient has underlying conditions or has something that the vaccine will affect. No. For the first time in history of vaccination, the so-called last generation mRNA vaccines intervene directly into the genetic material of the patient and therefore alter the individual genetic material, which represents the genetic manipulation. Something that was already forbidden and until then considered criminal. This intervention can be compared to genetically manipulated food, which is also highly controversial. Even if the media and politicians currently trivialize the problem and even stupidly call for new types of vaccine to return to normality, this vaccination is a problem in terms of health, morality, ethics, and also terms of genetic damage. Unlike the damage caused by the previous vaccines, will be irreversible and irreparable. Okay, that is not true. That, like I said, I can't find any fact to this. So, here is the fact. mRNA never enters the nucleus of the cell, which is where our DNA is kept. Genetic material in a cell breaks down and gets rid of mRNA soon after it is finished using it. That is what the genetics do to the messenger RNA. mRNA vaccines are a new type of vaccine to protect against infectious diseases. To trigger an immune response, many vaccines put a weakened or inactive germ into our bodies, which is not what mRNA is doing. It's not putting a germ, or it's not doing anything to manipulate our DNA. Not mRNA vaccines. Instead, they teach our cells to make a protein, or even just a piece of protein that triggers an immune response inside our bodies. That the immune response, which produces antibodies, is what protects us from getting infected if the real virus enters our bodies. That is fact, and that is what I found on the internet from a legitimate article. The link is from the CDC and is linked down below. The next conspiracy is that there is a cure for COVID-19. This says, if you use proper medicines and do not leave your health in the hands of the corrupt, mercantile health systems, then yes, there is a cure. Okay. The fact is, there is no cure for COVID-19. No matter what the internet says, there is no cure. There are vaccines, which I urge everybody on my channel, everybody watching this video, to please go get the vaccine. It will help a lot. The vaccine is to curb the spread of COVID-19 and is to help minimize the amount of infections and help not get people hospitalized. It doesn't cure COVID, it doesn't stop COVID. It does reduce the spread and it does reduce the infectious rate. So this one made me laugh and it's kind of making me giggle right now. It's saying that COVID-19 and the vaccine are bugs. So the sentence I'm going to read you is about a group that I cannot find any information on, to be honest. I'm looking for this group, but I can't. So it says that there is a world union for more doctors and nurses and scientists, called Doctors and Scientists for Truth, to expose the falsity of the treatment and they have given to the bug issue. So that they are referring to COVID-19 as a bug. The WHO changed the term that referred to the pandemic before the bug was launched in order to end the pandemic. Okay, the fact is, no, WHO did not change the term of pandemic. The situation we are is still referred to as a pandemic. Please believe that is the truth. If they are referring to COVID being a bug, it is not a bug. It is a respiratory illness. If they are referring to the vaccine having a bug or like chip, no, it does not contain such. Please check all the links down below that refer to everything about the vaccine, from the CDC to the WHO to the South African government even provides information about this, and I'm pretty sure your government of whatever country and whatever region you are from has the same thing on their websites. Here's another funny one. Many doctors are acting discreetly, giving appropriate treatments. Others have been bolder, and there are many videos in the networks talking about these treatments, and many have been threatened or disqualified or silenced. I cannot find any of this. I know most doctors have not been silenced, and most doctors have been giving the WHO the course of treatments that they've been giving to their patients to help their patients with some symptoms. So doctors are giving their patients a course of medication to help with COVID illness. Please consult your doctor about meds given for COVID, and please go get the vaccine if you are eligible. There is a link down below speaking about this. There's multiple links as well. This one is just so glorified dumbness. I cannot believe this. Preventing COVID by being as clean as possible. Well, of course. But it also says you should also have ozone therapy, chlorine dioxide, and preventative alcohol. No. Wear a mask, wash your hands, social distance, and stay out of public, and stay indoors and sanitize. Stay at home, save a life. This one says the composition of the vaccine is a secret. So no, the fact is, if you do a simple Google search, you can find many an article about COVID vaccines and what is in them. Scientists and chemists cannot keep what is in the vaccine a secret because people have allergies and underlying conditions. They need to know whether they are eligible for the COVID vaccine and whether or not it will affect the medication they are on for their illnesses, or whether they'll have an allergic reaction. So the composition of the vaccine is not a secret. Please go check out Google to find more and more information about this and more of what's in the vaccine. There are no secrets to what's in the vaccine. I don't want to know who wrote this one. That drinking alcohol, specifically wine, increases immunity to COVID-19. Okay, the fact is, consumption of alcohol will not kill the virus in the inhaled air. It will not disinfect your mouth and throat. It will not give you any kind of protection against COVID-19. Alcohol specifically, not even specifically, alcohol in general, beer, wine, distilled spirits or herbs, alcohol will not stimulate immunity and resistance to the virus. Alcohol has a deleterious effect on your immune system. The next one is that sun exposure prevents the spread of COVID-19, or it is less likely to spread in hot, sunny areas. Okay, here is the fact. While there is no evidence that sunlight or indoor tanning can kill the coronavirus, spending time in tanning beds or at a crowded beach, pool or park can expose you to the virus. Here's how. Just one infected person can spread the coronavirus to many people when people aren't social distancing or wearing a mask. It's a known fact that too much unprotected UV exposure from the sun's UV rays can weaken your immune system, and weakened immune systems makes it harder for your body to fight off a coronavirus infection. You can pick up the coronavirus when you touch a surface such as a tanning bed, doorknob, a reception desk that hasn't been disinfected. If you even then touch your face, you can infect yourself. This one, yeah, I feel very bad for disproving it because I do know a lot of people that use home remedies. But it says that home remedies can cure COVID-19 or prevent COVID-19. So there is no current specific medical treatment for coronavirus. However, you can relieve the symptoms at home using standard medical treatments. So you can use standard medical treatments at home, and you can find more information on that online. There's a website. Next one is that COVID-19 spreads via 5G cellular networks. You know, every time I see this one, I get a headache because I don't know how people can think that, but okay. COVID-19 is transmitted via the respiratory droplets, and they are quick to point out that you cannot transmit droplets through 5G waves. Next, that COVID was brought to us by UFOs. No, it was not. Simple. The next one, and the final one, is that Bill Gates is working with the government to microchip people. Bill Gates is not involved in such activity, people. That is the truth. He is one of the world's billionaires and donates to the best causes, environmental and humanitarian. He even stated that he would never be part of a scheme to microchip people. And if the government wanted all of your information, they can just hack your devices. They literally have a location on there, and they have everything, every bit of information about you on there. Why not just not use your cell phone? Why don't you go back to using a Nokia 3310? Okay, that is the end of the conspiracy stuff. I just want to add this on. How can I spot fake news about COVID-19 vaccines? 6 questions you need to ask yourself. Do I have all the information? What I mean by that is read all the information, not just the headline. Where does it come from? Use recognized media outlets to get information. Information can be cross-checked with professional doctors and nurses. Is the source credible? Consider if the source offers scientific guarantees. The health authorities, professionals, and experts are accredited sources. Number 4 is, has it been manipulated? Look for the signs to authenticate the images and audio files you receive. Number 5 is it a one-off? Check if the story is merely a one-off or an anecdotal. Number 6, should I share it? Don't share information unless you are sure it is true. Don't share information that comes from old articles and old newses. Don't. And that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please share it as well as like it and subscribe to my channel as well as press out the little bell thing. And yeah, please check out all the links down below that is related to the newspaper articles and related to the facts that I've said. I could not find any links to any of the conspiracies. That is it for today, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out all my social medias linked down below. Please give me a follow on my Instagram, and I have more fun content coming for you guys. Thanks. Bye.